Well, Shawn, we interrupt this summer-like weather to bring you a little chill and rain, but the crops do need it.
Yeah, they sure do, but it has been a couple of days, hasn't it? The rain very much needed, and it came just at the perfect time. We're starting to get all those crops in now, so this was good timing. Of course, it didn't feel the best. It was cold and windy and blustery and, downright miserable, but we are going to recover eventually. Right now, 45 degrees. That's like 25 degrees below our average high temperature for this time of year. So it's definitely cool, and we're going to be right back at 45 again this time tomorrow. So don't expect any changes tomorrow, but the rain is going to gradually wind down, just a few off and on showers from here on out. And the wind pretty much gone now, which is a good thing. 45 Mankato, 46 in St. James, Fairmont, at 49 Esterville, at 50. And the radar's mostly clear. Still drizzly, but the drizzle doesn't really get picked up by the radar very well just because it sits below where the radar beam is a few thousand feet up in the air. So we're not seeing it, but there definitely is drizzle, but it's not the heavy rain we had earlier today. And the other good news, as I mentioned, the wind is starting to die down. But speaking of wind, I want to talk about this for just a second. We had some reports of some damage over in Brown County, Cottonwood County, over by Jeffers, Springfield, Morgan, Comfrey area, and here are a couple of pictures. This is from Dustin in Springfield. This is one of my favorite parks when I was a kid, Browns Park in Springfield. Look at this big tree. Some trees down in Springfield, some reports of some buildings and roofs with a little bit of damage there. This is from Comfrey. Thanks to Maddie for sending this. Looks like this bin was completely blown off of its foundation. Here's what happened. We didn't really have much for thunder, no big thunderstorms, but I want you to watch the radar here from about 11 o'clock last night over Brown County, Watton and Cottonwood County, and watch what happens as this rain moves north. You see how it all just disappeared? Well, right around here, about 4, 5, 6, 7,000 feet, there was some really dry air in the middle levels of the atmosphere. So as this rain moved into that dry air, it evaporated. And evaporation is a cooling process. You know, when you spray the spray bottle on the summer day and it evaporates, it cools you off. Well, same thing happens in the atmosphere. Middle levels of the atmosphere, the rain evaporates with that dry air and it gets cold up there really fast. And what does cold air do? It sinks. So that cold air, along with some leftover rain, slams down to the surface and boom, 60 to 70 mile per hour wind gusts. In fact, there was a 71 mile per hour wind gust at the road weather observation station on Highway 14 near Comfrey. And watch, you can see all that rain evaporating away and just disappearing, and that cold air descends, and we're left with some damage over there. So not much more of that going to be happening anytime soon, as this low is going to get the heck out of here. Conditions are going to improve. Look at this hour by hour forecast. We're going to see showers, especially east of I-35 tonight. By tomorrow, off and on showers, but not windy. And then finally on Thursday, the sunshine is going to return. Tonight, showers, wind decreasing. 43 are low. The wind will be down to 5 to 15 by daybreak. Tomorrow, cloudy, cool, scattered showers, 48. Not as windy tomorrow. Thursday, the sun returns, 61. Friday, 63. And as I said, the weekend, it's not going to be perfect, but it's not going to be that bad. We'll get to 64 with some sunshine Saturday, scattered showers, but still 60s on Sunday and Memorial Day. After that, there we go, back into the 70s. Stacy, Dion, back over to you.
Yeah, not a bad weekend. Thank you, Shawn. Tonight at 10, President Trump visits Capitol Hill to rally Republicans around his tax cut and spending bill.
Plus, research shows that 800,000 women suffer with mental health issues during and after pregnancy each year. How advocates are working to get more the treatment they need. Join us for those stories and more tonight on KEYC News Now at 10. We'll be right back.
This extended forecast is brought to you by Northern Comfort, celebrating 50 years serving the